Hello everybody, it's Joel from Silver Arrow Cars, and I am out solo in our stunning 28,000 mile or 45,000 kilometer 1988 560SL, and this is an 99% all original car. I believe it's a 2 or perhaps the 3rd owner car. It has been owned by the same guy for years and years and years. We purchased it from him. He's a retired developer in his late 70s and has owned the car for a number of years, and finally decided it was time to move it on. We purchased the car and took it to our friends at Coachworks. We had them do all of our fluids and servicing, inspected the car. We serviced and recharged the air conditioning. We put new tires, brand new Michelins on the car. We also did, we resurfaced the wheels as they are in great shape, but they're starting to show a little bit of that oxidization on the surface. Basically, we've done everything. Basically, we've done everything to make this car ready for you. It is stunning in the Astral Silver. I would say this is my favorite color combo, the silver over the black leather interior. Now, being that this was a Canadian market car, this is currently in the United States on an Ohio title, but this was a Canadian market car sold in our market, or very close to our market here in British Columbia. This was a Canadian market car, so a lot of the Canadian market cars actually had factory 2-stage heated leather seats in the front. That's located here in the center console, right to the left and right of the power window buttons, and with the 4 ways in the front. Before I get to about how it's driving, I'll just say everything works in the car. All of the gauges are in splendid condition. Everything works in them. All the gauges, the economy, the temperature gauge here in the middle, the clock in your tachometer, the tachometer, of course, the radio, the antenna, the air conditioning, the automatic setting for air conditioning, the tape deck, the remote mirror, the dome lights from the switch, this manual remote for the driver's side mirror, everything works, and works very, very well. Air conditioning blows nice and cold. The transmission, we had the transmission service as well. We did a transmission flush and new fluid, as well as the rest of the fluids in the car. Shifts nicely and crisply under load. The new tires, as I said, we did Michelin's. It drives dead straight, nice and smooth, as you would hope. No surging, no pulsing in the brake pedal under hard braking. You can shift and manually shift down to the lowest gear that you need to, if necessary. But leaving it in drive position, it drives exactly the way it should. The tension on the usually fairly floppy sun visors is very, very good. The lights in the mirror work the way they're supposed to. We had the top off this morning and had the soft top up. It seems to be the original soft top. No cracking in the windows, and nice clarity in the plastic as well. This is a very nice car. It was sat in the, I wouldn't say collection, it was kind of a coveted summer driver for the previous owner. He bought it here locally, and then he'd had it for 20 plus years, since the late 90s. So about a quarter of a century, about 25 years he owned it until we took possession of it. Extremely good condition everywhere. The seats and the original leather of the seats are fantastic. The adjustment knobs on the side, which usually can get quite loose and floppy, they work exactly the way they should be, and the seats sit in exactly the position you would hope. Sometimes they have a good lean to them as the cars get worn, but everything inside the car acts and feels and looks as though it should for a 28,000 mile original mile car. It's original glass throughout the car. Windshield wipers work exactly the way they should. I'm going to turn around here, and then we'll do some hard accelerations down the highway here. The tray that flips out for your ashtray and your cigarette lighter, not broken as they often can be. Cigarette lighter works and looks like it's never been used before. I'll show you that in a second. As I said, the automatic selector for the ahead of its time automatic climate control works exactly the way it should. It was nice and cold earlier today. Cruise control works, I'll show you that. Very, very clean car in great color combination, and I think one of the best color combos you could probably buy one of these W107 cars in, especially if you're an aficionado for the earlier cars and the Pagodas and the 300SLs that we do a lot of business in. I think the silver on black plays homage, or it pays respects to the earlier cars as well. So I'm going to cut out here and we'll be back when we're rolling onto the highway. And we are back, and let's roll onto the highway. Flooring it. And we are doing 75 miles an hour very quickly. That shift came up at about 60, well, just probably 5,800 RPM. So cruising along the highway, a little bit of a dome to it. The car is driving nice and straight. There's a car a little bit behind me. I'll do a quick hard brake. Nice and straight. I'm going to set the cruise control now. So I'm doing, slow down a little bit. So I'm doing bang on 90 kilometers an hour. I just set it, and there it is, holding us. I'll use the acceleration. We're accelerating now. Now we're up to 100, and then I'll tap the brake to cancel. Radio. So I've got the antenna in the middle mode, which is half height or half mast, and then I'll switch it over to full mast.
There's playdates with the kids. But how did one glass of wine turn into 3?
Search for, I'm going to put now, so the antenna is up, it's about a third. It's seeking because we're not bringing in any stations. I'll put the antenna up to max. There it goes.
You look happy, I guess, got the life.
And now it's seeking for the next station.
The news of this new release, bittersweet. It was.
I'll turn it off, and the antenna starts going down as the way it should. You'll see here that we're in the thermometer outside works. We're at about 12 degrees Celsius. I don't think I need to demonstrate all the heating functions and the AC, but it does all work. I'll guarantee that. We'll turn it on to up and down. I just heard it engage. Red light indicator for the interior circulating air, or recirc. I'm going to turn that off. You probably can't see them, but the heated seats are here. So touching it back, it's double dots, means you're full power, and then rocker them forward, single on both sides, and then off. Nice shifts. Very, very smooth. I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm going to get into most of the detail of the car in our walk around video in our showroom. So I just want to remind you, this car is selling at no reserve. It is sitting in Washington State, just north of Seattle in Blaine, Washington. We have it titled in our name in Ohio. And anybody that needs this, anywhere it needs to go, we can absolutely provide shipping quotations, handle the shipping for you. As I said, it's on Ohio title. Once you get it to your state, you can either pay your state tax and transfer it into your name, or if you want to register it somewhere else, we can assist with that as well. But selling no reserve, serviced, new tires, detailed to perfection, 99% original paint. We just did some touch up on the top of the passenger fender, but everywhere else original paint. We will add those paint meter readings to the auction so you can see that. We will also have pictures and scans of the original books with the original services in it as well as our most recent service. It has the original data plate. That is the embossed steel plate that comes with the car that is made out for the original owner. Again, purchased originally in BC and has stayed in BC its entire life, much like buying a Washington state car. It even has the original tags for hanging off of the cruise control switch, which is pretty cool. There's just a warning label that would be hanging off it as well over the shifter. We'll see those in the walk around video. Has the original clear plastic pouch and all the manuals that would have come with it. So be confident, it is a great car. We did not dry ice the underside, but if you wanted to do that to this car, it would be a stunner on the underside based on, yes, it has been in BC its whole life like Washington State and is in very, very clean, corrosion-free condition. So I'll leave it at that. Please reach out, contact seller button, Silver Arrow Cars on the web, pick up the phone, whatever you'd like to do. Please enjoy, and I really look forward to talking to whoever ends up taking this car home. So thanks very much, and we'll talk to you soon.